Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel today. We're diving deep into a topic that has been sparking a lot of conversation and debate around the world, the enduring financial ties between France and several African nations. It's a complex history, often misunderstood, and I promise you, it's far more intricate than most headlines suggest. So grab a comfy seat, because we're about to unravel the story of how France, in many ways, still influences Africa's money. You might be thinking, colonialism ended decades ago, right? And yes, legally it did, but the economic legacy of that era is still very much alive, particularly through a system known as the CFA franc. This isn't just about old treaties. It's about a currency that directly links 14 West and Central African countries to the French treasury. Imagine if your country's currency was pegged to another powerful nation's, and a significant portion of your foreign reserves were held by them. That's the core of the CFA franc system. So how does it work? Essentially, these African nations deposit a percentage. For a long time, it was 50%, previously even 65%, of their foreign reserves with the French treasury in return. France guarantees the CFA franc's convertibility to the euro now. Proponents argue this brings stability, keeps inflation in check, and fosters trade. And in some ways, it has provided a certain level of financial predictability that many other African nations without such a peg have struggled to achieve. However, critics, both within Africa and internationally, highlight the limitations it places on economic sovereignty. They argue that it restricts these nations' ability to set independent monetary policies, devalue their currency to boost exports, or fund domestic development projects without French approval or influence. For instance, if a country wants to invest heavily in infrastructure, but the CFA franc's peg makes their goods too expensive internationally, it can become a real challenge to grow their economy in new directions. There are also debates about transparency and whether the interest earned on these reserves truly benefits the African nations depositing them. It's a system with deep historical roots, evolving from the colonial franc zone, and it represents a fascinating case study in post-colonial economic relations. The discussion isn't about blaming anyone, but about understanding the intricate web of global finance and its impact on development and self-determination. There have been reforms, like the move towards the eco-currency in West Africa, showing a desire for change and greater autonomy. It's a journey, not a destination. And understanding these dynamics is key to appreciating the economic landscape of today. What do you think about the CFA franc and its impact? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this explanation helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more deep dives, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.